Well, hello everyone, it's June, and you know what that means. It's time to answer questions put in by patrons in the past month for the month of May. Now, there's been a tier change. You only have to be a $3 supporter to ask a question, so please go to Patreon or Subscribestar using the links below. Sign up at the $3 level to ask me questions. I did this so that, in the hopes that I would get more people asking questions. It's just been one person, this past month, so we'll look at that. Before that, I just want to point out something that's come to my attention, and I've reached out to a couple of you on this, and hopefully something can be done about this. But if you are not in the United States, and you have been trying to donate to me using PayPal in a currency other than US dollars, I haven't got it. PayPal has been... They should have been sending them back to you. So check and make sure that happened, but for some reason, they're just not allowing me to get foreign donations. They won't tell me why. I've tried going back and forth with support. I have no idea what's going on with that. So if you're not in the United States, go to donate.bogosity.tv and look at different ways. Cryptocurrencies work from anywhere. You know, they're censorship free. They can't do stuff like that with cryptocurrency. So I don't know why they're doing that with PayPal, but just let me know. Just drop me a line, especially if you've done it recently, or if you want to go ahead and make the donation and then let me know, and maybe I can go in and catch the donation, especially if you have, the transaction information. Maybe I can go in or contact support or whatever and say, hey, this is the one, please let it come through. So again, I have no idea what's going on with that or why they're doing that. Hopefully we can get that straightened out, but that's just the way it is. Cryptocurrency works so much better. All right, let's get to the questions. Actually, just one question. The way I do things is if you ask a question and it's just a straightforward answer, like Josh Haven's first question was, then I'll just go ahead and answer it and you can ask another one. And his question initially was about the Linux kernel. So just quickly, I'll mention he was talking about a kernel update, and he was wondering when that would get into Ubuntu. Did he say Ubuntu? I don't remember if he actually said it. Yeah, he said it's a Ubuntu machine. Now, Ubuntu is a Linux distribution that's based on Debian. And so with Debian, they go and they collect the Linux kernel version and all the other GNU utilities and all of the GUI utilities and everything else they package together. And they make sure it all works together before they actually release it as a distro. And so Ubuntu takes that, it's called downstream. They get a downstream from Debian and put it in Ubuntu. So the way it works is Linux comes out with a new version of the kernel. Debian tests it and makes sure it works, and then they put it in their distribution. And then Ubuntu takes it from Debian, and after they've done testing and make sure it's worked in their distribution, they'll give it to you. That can take some time, but if it's a security update, they're really good about doing it quickly. They can do it in like the same day. Within like a couple of hours, it's in Debian. And then a few hours later, Canonical has put it into Ubuntu. So you should just be fine with whatever kernel version your distro is using. By the way, if you're using Mint, you've got an extra step because Mint is based on Ubuntu. So then it has to go into Debian and then go downstream into Ubuntu and downstream from there into Mint. Mint does have a new version of their distribution called LMDE, Linux Mint Debian Edition, which I've been running in a virtual machine, and it seems pretty good. And I like the fact that it goes directly from Debian without going on that detour through Ubuntu. But that was his first question, so I just went ahead and answered it because it was really quick. So he asked the second question, which will be the only question for this month. So please go in, follow the links below to ask a question for June and give me lots of questions to answer next month. So he says, what are your thoughts on using nuclear weapons defensively? Is it even possible? No, it isn't. Because the way you defend yourself is by using force against aggressors. There's no way to do that with a nuke. With a nuke, you're going to destroy a lot of bystanders. You're going to destroy a lot of property. You're going to have radiation that's left over for, however long. So it's just not possible. It's only if the weapon can be pinpointed against aggressors. So a machine gun can be pointed against aggressors. So that should be allowed. A grenade can be pinpointed against aggressors or a grenade launcher or something like that. Now, all of these can be used to aggress, but then so can a stick. Yeah. So the dividing line is, can it be pinpointed against an aggressor, or is it an indiscriminate weapon of mass destruction? So if it's a nuclear weapon, or even if it's a chemical weapon or biological, or even just a conventional aerial bomb that'll, blow up an entire city block, unless it's the bizarre case where every single person in that area is a criminal who's engaging in an act of aggression against you at that moment. And that's the only way that would be the only way. And that's a ridiculous scenario. So next he says, should the U.S. get rid of its nukes? The only reason to have nukes that I can see is because you're a psychopathic bully. There's just no other reason to have them. If you're wanting to know what the smart thing to do is, or what the best thing for the people is, and what the most profitable thing is, then what they should be doing is they should be taking those nukes, de-enriching the uranium, and making reactor-grade uranium and building more nuclear reactors, and getting power out of them. I mean, even in the normal course of things, mining uranium and everything, a nuclear reactor can be run over its lifetime, including the costs of setting it up and everything, all that initial investment, for like 5 cents per kilowatt hour. That's half of what we're paying for power right now. So imagine if all of our power bills were cut in half. Imagine what a boon that would be for the country. Carbon-free! Carbon-free without, increasing global warming or anything like that. Well, if anything, this would be easier because uranium's already there. In fact, instead of going through this, crazy stuff you have to do to enrich it, you just de-enrich it, which is easy. So that's a no-brainer to me. I don't see, any reason other than the psychopathic bully thing. I don't see any other reason. We've got 20,000 nukes, you better not mess with us. Yeah, that's a bit like saying, if you try and kill me, then I'll kill you and your family and your neighbors and their dogs and cats. And who would do that? Who would defend that? No one would. So, all right. So I guess that's it for this month. That's a short one. Please, thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe and share this video. The shadow ban apparently is still going on. I have no idea why, but I think it's just YouTube's screwy algorithms doing their thing. But, please share these videos if you like them, and please go to donate.bogosity.tv and give whatever you think this channel is worth to keep it going. And until next time, stay strong and be free.